You're watching Cartell TV and I'm Simone. Now here is a late news segment for the week with a slightly different format. We didn't want to miss it because we know how much our dedicated viewers love it.
Am I late?
Fashionably late, as always. About a month ago, I talked about the Ioniq 5 and now it's officially revealed. The all-electric SUV is pushing boundaries, much like several other more recent models in the Hyundai lineup. First of all, in terms of the design, it's actually very close to the concept vehicle that served as its predecessor.
Yes, I mean there's modern and then there's futuristic. And I agree that this is a car that is ahead of its time. I mean, it's stepping out of concept and into reality.
While concept vehicles are a great insight into the general design direction of any brand, they rarely end up on the streets in the same form. One of the more obvious changes is that the concept used cameras instead of side mirrors, but that's not allowed in a number of markets, so the production model is likely to have traditional rear-view mirrors. I'd say the interior is probably the coolest point of the Ioniq 5.
Oh, definitely. I mean, there was all these rumors about what it was going to be like and its features, but now it's actually launched. I mean, it looks like something out of 2001: A Space Odyssey.
The entire body is 4.63 metres long and the wheelbase alone is 3 metres. That's a very nice ratio and one that's bound to result in heaps of interior space. Additionally, the floor is completely flat, which is beneficial in more ways than one. Aside from giving more space for your legs, it also increases storage spaces and allows for some smart interior features. For example, you can easily enter and exit the car through the passenger side as the central console can slide back, giving you open space. This also means you can actually put some bags up front without them imposing on your personal space. Space in the back is also huge, and the reasons don't lie in just the massive wheelbase. The front seats are much thinner than usual without compromising on comfort, so that leaves more legroom for the back. For even more versatility, all the seats in the Ioniq 5 slide backwards and forwards. Of course, the interior has loads of tech, including not one, but two 12-inch screens.
Yeah, joined together, similar to some Mercedes models we've been looking at recently. And those reviews are coming, so stay tuned.
The boot gives 531 litres of space, and with the seats folded, that increases to more than 1,500 litres. An additional 24 or 57 litres are available in the front boot, depending on the drive version, with the rear-wheel drive option getting the larger one. There are 2 battery packs to choose from and a single or double motor setup, the latter giving all-wheel drive capability. The rear-wheel drive model with the smaller battery gives 125 kilowatts of power and 350 newton meters of torque. The all-wheel drive model with the smaller battery gives 173 kilowatts of power and 605 newton meters of torque. The bigger battery with rear-wheel drive gives 160 kilowatts of power and 350 newton meters of torque, and the top version with the bigger battery, 2 motors and all-wheel drive produces 225 kilowatts of power and 605 newton meters of torque. Charging is also a very nice upgrade in the Ioniq 5. The fastest charging option gives you 100 kilometers in just 5 minutes, while a 10 to 80% charge takes just 18 minutes.
What about the range, Simone? I mean, is it going to be enough to overcome the doubts of those people with range anxiety?
Well, it's still not official, but we hear that Hyundai expects around 480 kilometers per charge from the rear-wheel drive version with the bigger battery. Should the Ioniq 5 live up to the promises, it won't give the range and charging speed of an internal combustion engine, but it will move a lot closer to those and make EVs acceptable for an even larger crowd. Other things worth a mention is that there will be an option for a solar panel, which I think is so cool.
Yes, I heard about that, and that you'd be able to power your campsite. Did you hear that?
Yes, I did, but all of these things we will give you more information on when we get our hands on it for a proper review in the coming weeks.
Oh, can't wait.
Now this has just been a very short news segment. We hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you, Jenny, for joining me. And before you run away, we'd love to give away 2 signed Cartell TV t-shirts to 2 of our loyal fans amongst the many that we have who always make the effort to comment and show their support. So I am going to tell you who they are right now. They are Edgar Renier. Thank you for all your support and your lovely comments. And Ken's 300X, thanks for all your insightful comments and support as well.
Fabulous. Thanks, guys. And just a reminder, if you'd like to be an extra special VIP supporter, we are on Patreon, so you can check that out too.
You'll see us in our next review.